The 2022 MyLife Dusi Canoe Marathon is in its final day today. Much excitement has characterized this year's event, with many remarking that it's living up to its reputation as the country's premier canoe marathon. My colleague Nkosikhona Duma has been following this event and joins us live now. Nkosikhona, what has been taking place and what can we expect?
Well, Teko, I'll tell you that many of the event goers here in Underdam have been saying, of course, they're excited about the Dusi Canoe Marathon this year, because for the first time you're seeing more and more people coming in, and those are scenes that we haven't been able to see, at least for the past 2 years, due to the coronavirus pandemic. But according to the organizers, it hasn't been an easy ride. In fact, I now want to actually speak to Mr. Doug Gauss, the race organizer. You were detailing to me before we went online that certainly putting this event together was not easy.
No, it hasn't been easy at all. It's never easy. But this year we faced particularly hard challenges. Water quality was a topic, but it was blown out of context. It ended up being really fantastic water quality on the first day. Second day is always good. We're hoping that today is good as well. Certainly the volume of water going through on today has been good. Yesterday was also really good. So with the dams overflowing, we've been very lucky on that side. Yeah.
It's the final day. Talk to us about today's program.
Okay, so what we do, it's called a reverse order start. The reason we started that is because many years ago we had a really tight finish. And there were about 3 people at the finish welcoming the first paddlers in. So we send the bulk of the field off first now, and then the main guys go off 2 hours after them. So everyone's at the finish to welcome them in, and it makes for exciting racing as well. Yeah.
Part of what we can expect then is the announcement of the winner here for the Dusi Marathon. The preparations, what have athletes told you ahead of today's race?
Well, the athletes prepare really hard throughout the year. Most of them, well, all of them paddle, the top guys paddle all year round. They're not professionals, but they're professional in what they do. And it's a combination of canoeing, it's a combination of running and endurance and speed. And so, yeah, I think that anyone who witnesses the event ends up having this utmost respect for the contenders, and not even the front guys, but the guys at the back as well.
I mean, you're remarking, of course, about what it takes for one to participate in this particular marathon. One of the things that we also hear is that it's quite expensive, the equipment, the training, access to rivers, and part of the challenge that you have faced, of course, was that this race has been historically associated with, the old guard, white people. Talk to us about the transformation that we have seen over the years.
Well, I think we're very proud of what we've achieved. And it's one of the reasons the Department of Sport recognizes that and supports us so much. We've got canoeing in South Africa has a wonderful development program. If you go into the valley, you'll see guys training all day, every day. Equipment is expensive, but equipment in any sport is expensive. Entry to races is not that expensive. In fact, our race here is undervalued. Or certainly underpriced. So yeah, we're pleased with what we've achieved so far. It's not where we want to end up. There's a lot more still to do, and a lot more engagement with the local communities and promoting people and getting them into the sport.
And I guess the final question is, you did touch on this much earlier about the quality of the water, with E. coli being noted as an issue. But what have you heard in that regard? Is the water safe?
Okay, so the first day, 2 weeks ago, the water was a disaster. But the municipality came to the party, and we worked together on the project, and we had really low levels going into the Dusi on the first day, so that was a big achievement. There are issues down in Blue Lagoon. We're not sure what the size of the issues are. they're busy spraying water to try and reduce the contamination as late as yesterday evening. But there's big water going over the dam and also being released from the dam, which tends to flush it as well. So, and the risk is reduced significantly on Blue Lagoon because the portion where we're expecting possible E. coli contamination, you don't swim there. So that's where you pick up bugs, and it's bad for you.
No, thank you so much, Mr. Gao. We will catch up with you much later. Well, Zeko, there you have it. It is, of course, the final day of today's race. In about 2 hours from now, we'll have a new winner. Event favorites, of course, are the likes of Andy Burkett, who, of course, is the historical winner. And Newzroom Afrika will be giving you that update as it takes place.
Nkosikhona Duma, I just want to ask you, I mean, the issue of COVID-19, something that, you know, we have seen where people cannot attend events such as these. It does look pretty empty behind you there, but have we seen any other spectators possibly around the area just to support those that are taking part in this competition?
Well, yeah, you're absolutely correct. So around me, in fact, I'm just going to step out. You'll see that there's quite a few people that have gathered here. And that is because, Sekho, there's another area where many people are currently gathering. And it's called the Blue Lagoon in Durban. So it's right close to the Durban beachfront. This is, of course, where some of the races that commence in the morning are expected to end. We are also expected to see the start of the race here in Inanda, and of course it's expected to end in Blue Lagoon. So that is where you will expect more people to be gathering at the finish line of the marathon rather than at the end. In terms of the people that have been attending this particular marathon since it started, we have been told that at least 1,500 people have been seen throughout for the Dusi Marathon in the particular areas that's taking place, particularly here in eThekwini, also in Pietermaritzburg, where the marathon started on Thursday, and also the much more urban part of the eThekwini municipality. That is where the marathon is expected to complete. So this is where we'll expect throngs. But for people who have been gathering here, they're saying that this year is a much more better year because last year it was postponed, it was cancelled twice due to fears associated with the coronavirus pandemic. They're saying that this is the first time this year that for the first time in 2 years rather, where they've been able to gather as many people as that. I mean, 770 participants is quite a large number. Zeko.
Dusi Canoe Marathon. Thank you so much for that update.